Hi, this video is about the weekly invoice and how to fill it out. So I hope this helps you, but remember, if you're still confused after this video, don't be shy, ask me questions and I'll be glad to walk you through it again. So you'll notice that I have two windows open. I have the weekly invoice window open here, and I also have the Blackboard page open here, the CI Learn page. So because I'm going to use information from this CI Learn page to help me fill out this invoice. So the first thing I do is I make sure that my name is in there as it is on the roster, and then I tell the week that I'm invoicing for. You can see that week 1, August 25 through 31, matches what's over here. So you can always get your dates right here. The next question asks me how many total hours did I work this week, and this is where I've already totaled the hours up, so now I know what that total is and I give that raw number right here. And in this case I worked 8 hours. I needed to work 8 hours, or at least I needed to work a minimum of 7.5 hours. That's required for me to get credit. So I always want to make sure I'm working that much each week or more than that. In the next box is where I actually have to total the hours and provide some detail about them. So I've got this 8 hours that I've worked. What have I actually done with those 8 hours? Well, one of the ways that I figure out how I go about doing that is I look at the to-do list. So I come back over here and I see what was it, the activities that I had to do. And I kept track of how long it took me to do those activities. So that way, when I come over here to fill out the invoice and the detail on this, well, I can see that the readings took me an hour, the writing on the class blog post took me an hour, my individual learning blog took me an hour and 15 minutes. So you can see that all of that information is detailed there, including what I did in class, because I get to count class as part of my 7.5 hours when I show up for class. So that's the good thing about coming to class, is that I get to fulfill my invoice that way. So this all totals up together, and all of this information, of course, can also be documented on your individual learning blog or on your class blog. The next category that you need to provide is progress towards learning goals. Learning goals are these weekly goals found right here at the top of the page. And you'll notice that for this week there are five different bullet points here. So you're going to see that in this I've addressed each of those 5 bullet points. Maybe only with a sentence or two. It's not like I'm expecting you to write me a long paper about what you've done each week, but just some reflection about where you're at and the progress that you're making towards those goals. The final box is about questions. If you have any questions, anything that you want to respond to, anything you want me to respond to each week, you have to put something in here. So if you have no questions, you should write, I don't have any questions this week. But if there's something that you have a comment or something you want to share with me, this is a good place to do that as well. So once all of this is completed, and as you see it as it is now, you're going to click this submit button. And once you've done that, it'll be date stamped and I'll receive it, and everything should be fine. And then that way I can report back to you if there are some sort of problems with this. So this hopefully shows you what you need to do to fill this out. If there are questions, I certainly understand that. Don't be shy about asking, and I look forward to seeing what you do over the course of the semester and how this tool helps you develop